Have you ever noticed how a bad day can send you straight to the pantry for a bag of chips or a pint of ice cream? You're not alone. Many of us experience this urge to eat, especially unhealthy foods when we're feeling down. But why is that? Why does sadness seem to pair so well with a side of junk food? Let's explore the connection between our emotions and our eating habits. The tendency to reach for food in response to feelings, particularly negative ones, is called emotional eating. It's a common coping mechanism. When we're sad, stressed, or anxious, food can provide a temporary sense of comfort and distraction. It's like putting a bandage on a wound. It might make us feel better in the moment, but it doesn't address the underlying issue. There's a scientific reason behind these cravings. Junk foods laden with sugar and fat trigger the release of dopamine in the brain. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. When we consume these foods, we experience a surge of dopamine, creating a feeling of temporary happiness and satisfaction. This feeling, however, is fleeting and often followed by feelings of guilt and regret. I once had a friend who, after going through a difficult breakup, found solace in a nightly ritual of cookies and milk. The sugar rush provided a temporary escape from the pain and loneliness she felt. However, this coping mechanism eventually led to weight gain and feelings of low self-esteem. Her experience highlighted the importance of addressing emotional eating and finding healthier ways to cope with difficult emotions. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. This fundamental principle of human behavior is deeply rooted in our biology. The neurotransmitter dopamine plays a crucial role in this process. When we engage in activities that bring us joy or satisfaction, our brains release dopamine, creating feelings of pleasure and reinforcing the behavior. This reward system is essential for survival, encouraging us to repeat actions that are beneficial, such as eating and socializing. However, in our modern world, this system can sometimes work against us. When we're feeling down or stressed, our brains crave a dopamine boost, and junk food offers a quick and easy way to get it. The high sugar and fat content in these foods trigger a significant release of dopamine, providing a temporary sense of relief and pleasure. This is why many people turn to comfort foods during times of emotional distress. The problem is, this creates a vicious cycle. The temporary pleasure we get from eating junk food is short-lived, and once the effects wear off, we often feel worse than before. This can lead to a pattern of emotional eating, where we continually seek out unhealthy foods to cope with negative emotions. Over time, this behavior can become ingrained, making it difficult to break free from the cycle. The more we rely on food for comfort, the more our brains become wired to crave it in times of stress. This can lead to a dependency on junk food as a primary source of emotional relief. As a result, we may find ourselves reaching for unhealthy snacks whenever we encounter stress, anxiety, or sadness. This not only affects our physical health but also our mental well-being, as we become trapped in a cycle of seeking temporary pleasure to avoid discomfort. We become trapped in a pattern of seeking temporary pleasure at the expense of our long-term well-being. The regret and guilt that often follow emotional eating can further exacerbate feelings of stress and sadness, perpetuating the cycle. To break free from this pattern, it's important to find healthier ways to cope with negative emotions. This might include engaging in physical activity, practicing mindfulness, or seeking support from friends and family. By addressing the root causes of our stress and finding alternative sources of comfort, we can begin to rewire our brains and create healthier habits that promote long-term well-being. Section 6. Finding Balance: An Islamic Perspective on Moderation. In Islam, moderation is a key principle that extends to all aspects of life, including our relationship with food. This concept of moderation, or wasatiyah in Arabic, is deeply rooted in Islamic teachings and is considered a hallmark of a balanced and fulfilling life. It encourages Muslims to avoid extremes and to seek a middle path in all their actions and decisions. This principle is not just limited to food, but extends to all areas of life, including worship, social interactions, and even personal habits. The Quran reminds us in Surah Al-Araf, verse 31, "O children of Adam, take your adornment at every masjid and eat and drink, but be not excessive." This verse is a clear directive from Allah to enjoy the blessings He has provided, but to do so within limits. It serves as a reminder that while it is permissible to enjoy the good things in life, it is equally important to practice self-restraint and avoid overindulgence. And eat and drink, but be not excessive. Indeed, He likes not those who commit excess. This teaching is particularly relevant in today's world, where overconsumption and wastefulness are rampant. By adhering to the principle of moderation, Muslims can contribute to a more sustainable and equitable world. This approach not only benefits the individual by promoting health and well-being, but also has a positive impact on the community and the environment. Indeed, He likes not those who commit excess. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also emphasized the importance of moderation in his teachings. He advised his followers to fill 1/3 of their stomach with food, 1/3 with water, and leave 1/3 empty. This simple yet profound advice encourages mindful eating and helps prevent gluttony and its associated health issues. It also fosters a sense of gratitude and mindfulness, reminding us to appreciate the blessings we have and to share them with others. This verse emphasizes the importance of enjoying the bounties of life within reasonable limits and avoiding extravagance and wastefulness. By practicing moderation, we can lead a more balanced and fulfilling life, one that is in harmony with the teachings of Islam. It allows us to enjoy the blessings of Allah, while also being mindful of our responsibilities towards ourselves, our community, and the environment. In this way, moderation becomes a means of achieving both spiritual and worldly success. Section 7. Taming the Cravings, Practical Tips for Mindful Eating. So, how do we break free from the cycle of emotional eating? Mindfulness is key. Mindful eating is about being present and fully engaged with the eating experience. It involves paying attention to the colors, smells, textures, flavors, temperatures, and even the sounds of our food. This practice can help us recognize the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger. Start by becoming aware of your triggers. Keep a food diary to track what you eat and how you feel before, during, and after eating. This can help you identify patterns and understand the emotional and situational triggers that lead to overeating or unhealthy food choices. What situations or emotions drive you to reach for unhealthy foods? Is it stress, boredom, loneliness, or perhaps a specific time of day? By pinpointing these triggers, you can start to develop strategies to address them without turning to food. Next, explore alternative coping mechanisms, such as exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, or engaging in a hobby. Physical activity can be a great way to release built-up tension and improve your mood. Meditation can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, allowing you to respond to them in a more mindful way. Or, talking to a trusted friend or therapist. Sometimes, simply sharing your feelings with someone who understands can make a big difference. Professional help can provide you with tools and techniques to manage your emotions and develop healthier eating habits. When you do indulge, do so mindfully. Allow yourself to enjoy your favorite treats without guilt, but do it with full awareness. This means eating slowly, savoring each bite, and paying attention to the flavors and textures. By doing this, you can enjoy your food more and feel satisfied with smaller portions. Savor each bite, paying attention to the taste and texture of the food. Notice how the food feels in your mouth, the different flavors that emerge, and the satisfaction that comes from eating something delicious. This practice can help you develop a healthier relationship with food and reduce the likelihood of overeating. Another important aspect of mindful eating is preparing your meals with care. Take the time to plan and prepare healthy meals that you enjoy. This not only ensures that you are eating nutritious food but also allows you to connect with the process of nourishing your body. Eating with others can also enhance the mindful eating experience. Sharing meals with family or friends can make eating more enjoyable and help you stay present. Engage in conversation, savor the food, and appreciate the company. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Sometimes we mistake thirst for hunger. Drinking water throughout the day can help you stay hydrated and reduce unnecessary snacking. Finally, be kind to yourself. Developing mindful eating habits takes time and practice. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you make these changes. Remember, it's not about perfection, but about progress and making healthier choices one step at a time. Section 8. Beyond the Plate. Addressing the root of emotional eating. Remember, emotional eating is often a symptom of a deeper issue. It's essential to address the root cause of your emotional distress rather than simply masking it with food. Seek professional help if you're struggling to manage your emotions or if emotional eating is impacting your health and well-being. Section 9. A recipe for well-being, nourishing body and soul. Ultimately, achieving a healthy relationship with food involves nourishing both our bodies and our souls. By adopting mindful eating practices, finding healthy coping mechanisms, and addressing the root causes of our emotional distress, we can break free from the cycle of emotional eating and cultivate a sense of balance and well-being in our lives.